Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be painting miniature models, two raptors. Technically, I'm only going to show one. But this was inspired by Prehistoric Planet, and this is a school project. But Prehistoric Planet, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. We're not sponsored, but Prehistoric Planet's really good, and that's why we're doing this. So this is basically a tutorial for people trying to start miniature painting, so welcome. The first thing you want to do when miniature painting is a base coat, like what I'm doing here. You want to do one primary color, or like brown, green, red, blue, whatever it is that represents your model. You want to do that, and you just coat the model. Usually you want to do it multiple times. Like I did it twice with this raptor I'm showing here, because when you do two models, one coat, it's still you can kind of see the primer under it. So that was
pre-primed models.
Yeah. For the first coat, I used tone leather brown, and now I'm going into details. Details can include like coloring, flesh tones, clothing on a character, like patterns, etc. I'm doing a pattern like a dark brown kind of stripe going down the back to the head of this raptor. I used it mixing a little bit of matte black, because black, if you put too much, it'll just become full black. But just a bit, and some leather brown, so it would make this color, and I think it looks pretty good. You want to make sure it's applied kind of thickly, because you want the paint to stick and not go through to the primer. But when it's a dark color like this, it doesn't really do that. So now we're going on to another part. This is the tan underbelly, which was used, I made it using a barbarian flesh tone and some leather brown and matte white to make the color, and it's just for like the under of the raptor, Deinonychus, and yeah. So the next thing that we move into is fine details, but fine details can include, like, if it's a very specific miniature, like if you're drawing a human and they have like a belt buckle, or very small or subtle things, but they're still very important to the model and making it look good. For me, one is making the mouth have an inside. I'm just using a barbarian flesh for the inside of the mouth. So I coat the inside of the mouth with that, and I don't really need to do any highlighting because it looks pretty good just like that. But some finer details can include like teeth that I'll do later, eyes, talons and claws. So, he has, you have to show the detail, and it makes the model look so much better when you do those kinds of things. Like, here, the eyes, the eyes. The eyes are really important in a model. At first I was going to go with the yellow, but then I thought black could work better if I did black. The last second I just changed to black. And when you look at something, you look something in the eye. You don't look somewhere else. The first thing you usually see is the eye, so you really want to get the eyes like well balanced out. Like, you don't want one eye to be too much forward on the head, and the other eye to be like in the way back. You want them to be evenly proportioned. So that's what it looks like so far. I'm pretty proud of how it looks. And now I'm gonna do the fingernails. So the fingernails and toenails of it is, it's quite an important part because if you just leave them brown, then it's not gonna look as good because, oh wait, so its toenails are covered with its skin? No, it has to be a color, and I mean, it's sometimes it's pretty hard to go down, especially if you're older, to go down and just, you have to get a small brush and just paint the little parts of each one. It's hard, but it is satisfying to see the end result, I think. And yeah, I really suggest it. This is what it looks like so far. We're almost done. I just gonna do a little dry brushing on the foot to bring out some of the scales, because not much of the other body has scales, but some are like on the foot. So I want to bring those out a little more. Dry brushing, I guess I'll talk about a few techniques to pass the time. Dry brushing is it's a very good technique. It's to use to bring out highlights and like things on the surface area, and also there's what's it called? Streaking grimes for weathering, but I haven't had much experience in streaking grime. So now the last thing I do is paint the base. Since this is a rocky base, I got like an earthy texture and painted it. So that's this is basically it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you learned something, or maybe you're just watching this for fun, but yeah, I really hope you learned something in this video, and might want to try to miniature paint yourself, or miniature.
Also, always remember
to
remain cold.
Stay cool.
Remain
Stay cool.
cold.
Stay cool.
Remain cold.